What's up, everybody? So today is October 20th, 2018. I think it's October 20th. And it is the night before race day. Yesterday I didn't sleep that well because I had some sweet tea, and I think it just like the caffeine kept me up. But I think I'm going to sleep like a baby today. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be anxious. Right now I feel okay. It's kind of unfortunate because my training plan was to hit 7 and 10 miles last week, but I got injured with something that is a little bit embarrassing to discuss. So if you know the actual reason, I'm sorry, but if not, let's just say I was injured. And so I couldn't actually run. I couldn't hit the 7 or the 10 to actually know what it feels like. And so to the best of my knowledge, there's no life after 5 miles. At least not that I know of. So tomorrow is going to be a really interesting experience. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be under freezing, at least for like the main part of the race. And I don't think it's going to get any warmer during like over the duration. Haven't really spent like 3 hours outside doing physical exercise in like a long time, but I don't know, just being down here with the bros is kind of like giving this thing a shot. I mean, for sure it's just made me a little bit more like conscious of my health and my fitness. And even these last few weeks when I've been actually trying to train, it's been like really interesting. One of the biggest things that I feel like I learned was like it's okay to be tired and it's okay to feel like crap. You know, like you don't have to be afraid of like suffering. And you know, anything out of comfort zone is like not bad. And so just like something that I realized when I was running, it's like as I run, if I run faster than my normal pace, which is pretty slow, like I get really, really tired, you know, and like to pull back a little bit and like to back to my like resting running rate is like, and then like I found like I actually can like catch my breath even though I'm still like running or jogging or whatever. But like I don't have to stop, and that's like such a big thing for me because like I think I give up really easily. And so just like as I was training, that was something that was like kind of like an epiphany for me. It sounds really dumb and like really basic, like duh, but for me that was like kind of big. And so I think tomorrow will just be a lot of like emotions, a lot of struggling. I hear potentially a lot of pooping too. But we'll see. I think I'm just going to give it my best, give it my all. Hopefully I'll be able to finish, not keep my friends waiting for too long. And yeah, I just really kind of just see like how much I can push myself. Yeah, and hopefully nothing like serious, like I don't get like a heart attack or something ridiculous. I don't know, anything could happen, I guess. But yeah, so I think tomorrow's gonna be interesting. It'll be cold, but like I know like me and my friends, we're all gonna be in it together, and we're all gonna be suffering. And if I come out like alive, I think it'll be like just a real encouragement for me to like press on, do things I've never done before, and just kind of like continue to push myself. And so I think this is like something that's kind of silly, but I think the Lord has been really faithful so far, and I guess we'll see what happens next. So yeah, I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous, but I know that it's gonna be good and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I might never want to run again, but I hope I do because I've been losing fat, so that's good. All right, well, that's kind of my life update, or what I've kind of learned from running in these last, as for training for this couch to half marathon, and then getting injured and not being able to actually do it. But besides, hopefully it goes well. So see you guys, and I might be doing like updates during the race just for the heck of it, for content's sake, but we'll see. So see you guys, good night, and let's get it. Oh my god, right now it's like only 12 o'clock. I think I woke up because like overheating. I don't know why. Maybe it's something with this like memory foam mattress, but holy crap, like my brain is going crazy. I think it has something to do with the fact that I have absolutely no idea what to expect. So like, because I've never run competitively before, I have no idea what it's going to look like. I have no idea if I'm going to have to like figure out how to navigate the course, or if it's just going to be like, just follow where everywhere's going and there's a lot of signs and everything. Like, I have absolutely no idea what I'm up against. And so I think that's causing me a lot of like anxiety. And like, when I try to think about what I'm going up against, or like when I'm trying to think about like what the heck is going on in my head, it's like just completely blank. Like I don't, like, normally, it's like, I can imagine hitting a tennis ball, or I can imagine being on a court, and I can imagine like what what my strokes feel like, or like how to hit the ball, or what, like my serve, like all these kind of things that I've practiced. But like when I think about running, like I just feel like I have nothing, absolutely nothing to think about. Wow, this is wild. I really have no idea. And so yeah, like I'm trying to like imagine like running on a course or whatever. Like how I can't even, like, nothing, like I'm literally drawing a blank. And so this is a crazy like kind of experience. So I just wanted this video update just because of how unique this situation is. I'm trying to go back to sleep, maybe get a couple more hours. And so, wow, what is this? Another thing is like nutrition, or like eating breakfast, because like, like I don't know if like I pooped out enough, like how many times am I going to use the bathroom? Like, will I be able to use the bathroom? If like, in the combination of how cold it's going to be versus how much I'm going to eat versus, how I'm going to run, and like how much I'm going to have to like use the bathroom and stuff. Like all of these factors, I have absolutely no idea what I'm up against. Do I eat more? Do I eat less? Do I, like, am I going to run out of energy? How much do I drink? What do the drink stations look like? Is it water? Is it Gatorade? Is it, Cliff Shots? Should I take Cliff Shots, or like Gatorade Chews or whatever? Like, how am I going to like even balance, a nutrition, because, I didn't really need anything for 5 miles, but I don't even know what life is like after 5 miles. So yeah. Oh yeah, another crazy thing is I can hear the wind howling, and like I'm like afraid, because if I wear too much, I might like overheat, or I'll just have to carry so much stuff, and maybe I'm too cheap to like throw away
stuff for the sake of this race. But like, yeah, and so I don't know, like, how cold is it? I don't know how much, like, at what temperature, like, will my body be able to handle, like, is 30 degrees in a vest in t-shirt enough, or do I need to wear like a t-shirt and a long sleeve, or a long sleeve and a vest? All these things, like, I'm never kind of prepared for. And now I'm getting, like, really anxious because, like, I can hear the wind blowing, and I can kind of, like, imagine how cold it is, but, like, I also haven't really, tried on my clothes or my clothing for this thing, given the temperature that it's going to be. So, crazy. I have no idea. Like, so many variables. So, just an update. Yeah, so I'm going to try and get back to sleep and see what happens. See ya.
Temperature-wise, it's not that bad, but the wind makes it really bad. Woo! Oh man, regrets not wearing a long sleeve.
Restrooms are in your corrals? Okay. That's what I like to see.
God, it's so cold. Big regrets. Alright, we out here, let's go! Woo! Woo! Half marathon gang! Woo!
And the home of the brave.
Easy. Oh, we got the space blanket. Yo, free stuff, baby. Let's go. We making money, boys. Woo!
I got my cape. More blanket. Let's go. Hey, this is a nice blanket. Yo, good cop, good cop. Yo, we're so cheap. Let's go! Woo! Alright, I think I just passed the 5 mile marker. I guess there's life after 5. But feeling kind of tired, but the energy is pretty cool. So keep you guys updated. Bye. Power up! Woo! We did it. Halfway. Head stop. 7 miles. Only a couple more to go. Let's go. Woo! Alright, so I just got this cliff shot. It tastes kind of bad, but maybe it'll help. So we're on mile 8. I don't even know, 5 more. Let's get it. Woo! Let's go. Mile 9. All right, phone's running out of battery. Hit mile 10. Can't feel my legs or my feet, but I think I have a blister, so I don't know how I can do that. But almost there. Hopefully I have enough battery to film the rest, but if not, whatever. Almost there. Quarter mile. Oh. Holy moly. I like can't move my arms. Like I can't really feel my feet. We just got a lot of free food and this like thermal windbreaker, whatever. But we did it. We did it. Go team. Woo! We did it! Woo! Half marathon! I want to hit that PR gong. What's up? We did it. We ran the half marathon. Luckily, most of my anxieties that I had at night were not a problem. Actually, I like did a pretty good job. Seems like everybody else kind of got cramps, but got my electrolytes in. Yeah, I got everything. Yeah, I actually somehow felt like pretty good. I'm probably gonna give a step-by-step, mile by mile. I don't know. Maybe I'll just give it right here. So, I think around the 8th mile. Something like that. Like I couldn't really feel my legs. Yeah, and then I think around the 11th mile. No, maybe sometime around there. Like I stopped being hot because I was sweating and I just got really cold. But luckily I had the hand warmers that Mama Chow provided for us, and yeah, I just kind of keep plowing through. At around mile 10, I think I was at like 1% battery, or like maybe it was cold and it just said it was 1% battery, but it was 1% battery, and I stopped listening to music. Or no, it was like maybe like mile 9. I was like, is that 15 or something? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna focus on just running. So I didn't have any music for the last, 4 miles or something. Then at like around mile 9 or 10, I like had to go. I had to poop. Like when they talk about like marathon running or like half marathon running, like distance running poops, they're real, man. Yeah, it was a battle. I'm just gonna say it's a battle. Running, keeping your form decent so you can like actually run, like clenching your butt so you don't like poop yourself. Like all of that was like a lot of work. Got to look good for cameras. You got to look like you're not suffering. Okay, I look like I was like a zombie the whole time, but yeah. So it was funny because what happened was at the 10th, right? I was like, I really need to poop, but I like had just ran past the porta potty, so I was like, all right, I'm not gonna run backwards to go poop. So I like kind of like trudged along. Then kind of similar issue happened at like mile 11. There's kind of a line, so I was like, you know what, I'll go if there's no line. And then I was like at mile 12, and I was like, all right, like I really can't hold this any longer, so I'm just gonna like
give up. I'm gonna have to tell all my friends that I stopped once. You know, I had to poop and I had to, you know, whatever. But you know, for the most part, I ran on the whole time. And then what actually happened was, maybe it was God's provision, but there were no more porta potties for the rest of the time. So I just like trudged along, and then I like used the bathroom later. Oh, it felt so good. But like that porta potty was like full, like it almost like touched my butt. It was that full. But anyway, that's what happened. That was my little half marathon pooping adventure. Overall, yeah, like it was really hard to move my hands. Like when I was running, I like couldn't like use my fingers very well. Even trying to like navigate my phone for trying to take some footage, like it was like a pain. And like everything was just moving super slow. Like the signals that went from my brain to my hand just were like cut into an eighth. You know, I was like, you know, stuff like that. So it was pretty crazy. Yeah, luckily I didn't cramp. It seems like everybody else kind of like had some like cramping issues. I finished in I think 2 hours and 24 minutes, which is like way above my expectations. I was shooting for 3 hours. Again, I had only run 5 miles. That was the farthest I've ever run in one go. And so I just somehow did it. What helped a lot was actually like, this is gonna sound real weird, but like I was like kind of chasing girls, and not in that way. Like pretty much like I was running with this couple that was really like funny. They were like photobombing everybody and whatever. And so like I was like constantly behind them, and I'm pretty sure they ended up like beating me. Then there's another group of girls that were like running, and we were just kind of like, I would pass them and then I would like slow down, and then they would pass me and they would slow down, and then I would pass them, and we kind of like did that. And then I don't actually remember what happened after that, but then after that there was another person that actually ran with me for like 4 miles or something. And then when we hit the 12th mile marker, she like started taking off, and I was like, oh my God, like, yeah. And something that I also experienced was like I think I had a lot more energy than I thought I did. I was running like pretty slow, just kind of like trotting along for like miles 10, 11, 12, 13. But then it's like almost because like I was too lazy to be tired. But then when we hit the half mile marker, I started trying, and I was like, oh my God, half mile is like still a long time. But then like at the 1/4 marker, I was like, oh my God, my friends are probably waiting, and I don't want them to wait that long. And I had no idea how long I'd been running for. So like I thought it was near 3 hours. So I was like, trying to get there. And then like actually like when I checked the time, I was like, holy crap. And then I realized like I wasn't like, yeah, I couldn't really feel my arms and my legs, but like I could have done that way earlier, you know? So I did that. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, it was a pretty interesting experience. After I got some food in my system, I like immediately warmed up, and it was great. But
dude, are those whitey tighties?
what? Cameo by Will. But yeah, so yeah, I'll make additional videos for anything that came up, but that was like majority of it. So we did it. Praise God. What I always said was, you know, if Jesus can multiply 2 fish and like 7 bread, I don't know, whatever it is, to feed 5,000, he can multiply my 5 miles of training to 13.1. And yeah, I mean, somehow we pulled out the dub. So kind of proud of myself. It was a lot of fun running with the boys, so, and I guess Zen and Joanna, but it's for the boys.